Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to another Sims 4 news video. This time I'm back with the news of a new laundry list that is a My Wedding Stories edition, where the Sims team has addressed some top community concerns that they're working on investigating for resolution in an upcoming patch. So from the laundry list, it says, we are aiming to issue an upcoming patch that prioritizes the below and more, with the deployment of improvements from our dev team. So they have a list of things they are showing, plus one thing that I noticed that isn't on the list is the fact that getting married with an officiant is currently not working. So right now what I do is I just don't get married with an officiant if I'm playing in a mod-free save. You can get married if you just do your vows or your vows and kiss and you don't choose an officiant. So here's what's on the list. Please take seats, update for receptions and prevent blocking of other player directed activities. So hopefully that means that when you tell them to do other things, they will then start to do that instead of just staying with the taking the seats. They're going to do some walking down the aisle adjustments. I know there's issues right now if you're trying to hold a bouquet, if you're trying to walk down with two Sims, it doesn't satisfy the requirement if you walk down with two Sims. I'm sure there's a few other things. Those are just things I have noticed, seen, reported. One thing that's good, inviting Sims from both sides of the wedding, regardless of which Sim is planning the event. That is good. I also would like it that regardless of which Sim of the couple plans the event, that either one can make changes to it, because really it shouldn't matter which one planned the event, but maybe that's expecting too much. But regardless, that's still an improvement. I hope they add toddlers, because right now you can't invite toddlers. They don't show up on the list, but if you look at the little screenshot they even showed on this laundry list, you see a toddler at the wedding, and toddlers can go to base game weddings. Guests arrive in their proper clothing, so I assume that means that they'll do what you check. I kind of hope if you don't check anything, they arrive in formal, because I would prefer them to wear formal clothes than the polished or boho look, because honestly, I've only tried the polished and it don't look very good. And they're all like, I had two Sims in the same outfit and then another two Sims in the same. So we had two outfits between four Sims. So not really ideal. I'd rather be able to go set their formal outfit and then let them appear in those and then have that as an option if you want it. But, still an improvement. Leading on to guest attire stays selected after closing and reopening the wedding planner, because it doesn't stay selected, which possibly ties back into them arriving in their proper clothing. Even when I had Carl Sims mod in my game, it still did not stay collected if I went back in and opened the planner again. I still had to check it again, but they did come in the polished attire that I had said, such as it was. Improvements to Sims gathering for dessert time and improvements to Sims gathering around the cake. They are improving the amount of time needed before wedding cakes spoil. I hope that also means that if you put it in the fridge, it will also extend the timer on it like it does with other cakes and foods. Right now I've heard that doesn't. I haven't actually attempted to put a cake in the fridge because mostly I've been playing with a Sim that had the fresh chef trait. That meant it didn't spoil anyways, or I bought the cake right before the wedding, or I have played since with mods that also fixed the cake issue. Cake toppers no longer floating. Can't say I noticed that. Probably didn't look that closely. Cake model looks correct after cutting and serving. I have noticed them cleaning up the cake that looks like it's still got a lot of cake left on it, so maybe that's part of that. Adjustments to the passionate kiss animation, and San Myshuno World Center Park appearing in the wedding venue list, which that's something I really wanted because I use that for weddings all the time. And I was very disappointed not to see that on the list. So I actually did a bug report for it, but obviously they got it regardless, so yay. And paired dancing improvements, so which I currently have used a mod by Bandicam for that, and it did improve it. It still works even without it, but it'd be better for it to be improved. So now the other thing that they have said is that we can expect 2 individual patch updates in the coming week. So no actual time given for when the updates are coming, but one that will release ahead of this My Wedding Stories patch of featured improvements. So the next patch is not going to be the My Wedding Stories patch. It's going to be the patch after. So hopefully when they say in the coming weeks, that means that both updates will be in March. but we don't actually have any information there. And then they, end off with saying, continue to share issues we're experiencing on Answers HQ. So the fact that we're getting a patch ahead of this, I think that probably has to do with the fact that we have a kit still to come in March. So I think the kit is going to come before the fixes to my wedding stories based on this. And then what we know about the kit, just as an FYI, is from the Sims main page. They're saying $extra to the max. So we don't know what that is going to be, whether it's going to be, I can't remember if we knew it was going to be create a sim or build by. I took a look at the roadmap, and all it says is 2 vibrant kits that celebrate fierce design, but it doesn't actually comment there whether it's create a sim or build by. So I don't know what type of kit we can expect with this, but that is what I think the update is going to be to prepare us for that kit. So hopefully we get both updates sooner rather than later. I am actually planning on doing a separate video where I go over some of the mods that are available that still are needed until they fix it to help with the My Wedding Stories pack. But one thing to keep in mind with the mods is because different modders have done mods to fix the issues with My Wedding Stories, they can conflict with each other because they are sometimes using the same underlying file. So they don't necessarily work if you have more than one in, because I know I had that issue where it still worked for me, but the element of what I was wanting from the second mod didn't work because I had the first mod in. So you need to kind of pick and choose which one you're planning on using, or ones in this case, depending, because some of them can still be used together, but not all of them. You just need to be aware of that. But I'll do a separate video on that shortly. So I'm quite happy that they at least did the laundry list so that they're acknowledging the issues in the pack, which is better than the silence that we've been getting. So let me know down below what you think about the laundry list. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!